Hi all, Graham here, hope you're all well. Today I'm playing Saga, playing Age of Vikings at Reading War Games Club. I'm playing Matt, it's his very first game of Saga, so it's a gentle introduction. Wayne is on hand and he will be giving Matt some help to play the game. We're playing a 6-point game. I'm going to use the Normans and he is going to use the Vikings. Here are the armies, have a look. Okay, a fairly standard set of terrain. Wayne placed these, no surprises. Here's a close-up of the Vikings. Sorry about the blurred picture. His units are in 8s and 4s and 4s, nothing mixed up. And here's a close-up of mine. I think it's fairly apparent what everything is. Matt was the first player, so I was allowed to put 3 dice on my board, placed as you can see. Just a very quick point of note, best way to follow the game is to have the battle boards with the dice placed in front of you so you can see what we have. I appreciate my pictures of the battle boards are blurred, but I think it makes it easier that way.
Okay, so good evening. Good evening to Matt and to Wayne. Good evening, Matt. Matt's first game today. So we're going to try and feel our way through this game. We're playing a nice, simple 6-point game between the Normans, which I'm going to turtle in the corner there, and Matt is going to career himself forward onto me, maybe or maybe not. I've also got Wayne here as well, and he's going to give Matt a hand with what he's going to do. Matt's, as you saw, I placed my 3 dice. Then Matt's rolled his dice. He used an additional dice in the activation pool to get his 8th dice in play. So yeah, let's see what happens. So over to you, Matt. What's your first thing you want to do? Manoeuvres, perhaps?
So that is where I'm outside of that, isn't it? I can.
So if I put mine up,
yep.
You can move up to or just shy of that, which you probably want to. Or if you pay, so you're going to have to stop there, or you can move those all the way to there. It's a question of just how close you want to get in, how quickly. What I suggest you do, it looks like to me on your board you've got a plan already. With your levy, you're going to shoot.
Yeah.
It looks to me, what I would suggest you do first is do what's obvious and then do your manoeuvres after, because you might want to change what you do if your shooting is rubbish, to be blunt.
True.
So what I would suggest you do is first of all with your warlord,
Absolutely.
activate them to move forward M. That's it, so you can move them all forward, so that there. And you're using the warlord's got an ability called We Obey. Now you probably want to move all the way.
Yeah.
Because I've set back a little bit and you want to get all of your second rank in range.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there you go. And now your warlord, that was your warlord's We Obey, and he ordered them to go forward. So you haven't actually spent any dice on your board yet.
Okay.
So next, I would suggest you want to use your levy activation, which is your beta.
Yeah.
So if you take that off the board, and I guess you want to shoot them at those there.
I do.
Okay, good. So, you've got 12 in your unit.
Yeah.
You get 6 dice.
So you get 1 dice for every 2 levy shooting.
Yep. So, oops. My levy have got an armour of 3.
Yeah.
So you can put your 6 dice in there.
Put them there.
Just put them in there for a moment. You can now improve your shooting abilities. And looking at your board, you've got 2 in the combat bonus.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest you do is first of all spend your beta, and that'll give you another dice.
Yeah.
And now I can go, because with shooting and melee, it's I go and you go.
Sure.
So it's my turn, and I've got 1 in the combat bonus, and I can use them also in a defensive manner. So I'm going to put 1 dice down as a defensive dice. There.
Yeah.
You've got another dice in there, and you could use that to shoot as well.
I'm not going to probably be attacking with anyone else this turn, am I? Because
Yeah.
they're far away.
You can also use it as a defense dice, so you can keep it on there for his turn. If he shoots you,
And I am going to shoot you.
Yeah, that sounds.
So,
Those crossbows look fairly nasty.
yeah, if you can get them in range, they will be.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to pass because I have nothing else against that. So, you roll your dice. You need 3s because my armour of my levy is 3. So, how many times have you hit me?
5.
Just the 5. So, I've got 5 dice. Plus, I've got 1 defence dice I added.
Yep.
So I roll 6 dice, but I've got 5 hits to save. Does that make sense? It's a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So to save on shooting, it's 4, 5, and 6.
so the lot
Woohoo!
on flipping believable.
So any 1, 2s, and 3s would have been a dead bowman.
Yes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, not today.
You're
Now,
going to get used to that with Greg. You're going to see a lot of that.
He's got the weighted dice up today, has he?
not necessarily. Wayne uses my dice on mine as well. Now, that was your second activation.
Yeah.
So now they take a thing called a fatigue.
Okay.
Oh, that's quite funny.
You should have killed 2 or 3 there.
You should have got 2 or 3 there, you should have done. Okay, so now you can do your manoeuvres as you so desire, moving them up or to just outside M, which you probably want to do.
So they're all okay to move.
Just a nudge outside of, that's it.
Swing that around there.
Use mine. You, oh, that was quite a roll, Wayne, wasn't it?
So they're going through the woods. Can I move them up?
Now, with manoeuvres, you cannot go into terrain. It has to be in the open.
If they were going through the open, could I move them and then activate them again with that dice?
Yes, you could, yeah, providing you don't come within M. So you could use that twice. You could activate them twice if you wanted.
Because of the double activation.
Exactly.
And what's the downside of fatigue?
When you get into melee, you can use fatigue. If your opponent's got fatigue, you can use it to increase your armour or decrease their armour. Also, you can use fatigue to slow troops up as they move as well.
Okay.
So fatigue starts to count. In some factions, fatigue is a really, really big deal. It's almost to the point where you give people, giving fatigue to an opponent is a bigger deal than actually killing things, because in the end, that's how you get the win.
It's like that Odin reaction there.
Yeah.
You become exhausted, so you have to then have a little break to stop shooting.
Exactly right. You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. So you will tell me when to use that, so I can make my attack weaker or my defence weaker in due course.
Indeed, but you can also get rid of fatigue as well.
Yeah.
If it's the very first activation you've got, you can spend that and you can do a rest and you can remove 1 fatigue.
And is that instead of any of these dice? Or
You have to put a dice across the top
yeah.
as an activation.
You've also got some battleboard abilities which remove fatigue from your units. So Yord.
Oh yeah, Asgard.
Okay, so which unit are you going to activate next?
I will use that Herdsman dice to move them.
Well, before you do that, you say I'm going to activate them.
Okay.
Because I might have abilities that can counter it.
Right, sure.
And I've got a thing called envelopment, and I can trigger all my mounted units that are more than M away from anybody, from your units. So this would be here. So, yeah, too close. You go towards it. I'm going to move them to just about there. So that would be my ability. I'm moving in your turn.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I still get to use my.
Now you spend it. Yeah. Now you have to do with what you're going to do.
Your options are that to pop into the wall, just come out and say, okay,
Bring it on.
bring it on, big boy.
How good are you? How strong are you? I mean, these are your guard.
So, and they're just warriors, aren't they?
They are just warriors. I have abilities that can make them stronger, but you've got Thor, which is good. You've got Heimdall, which is good. Can you see in italic on the board in red?
Yeah.
It shows what you can use them for. So
Yeah.
it says melee. You've got 2 melee activations there, which are going to make you quite strong. Can you see with your Odin, bottom left?
Yeah.
It says shooting reaction.
Shooting reaction, yeah.
That's what that's for. And can you see what it
So
says?
that's an activation reaction. So
An activation reaction is done in the opponent's face.
yeah.
Which is what I just did here with
Yeah.
envelopment.
Okay, I'm with you.
So, you know, you could stick them out in the open as a way to give it large, and then I could charge you. But
Take him on.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
So you can move an M here because you were in the open.
Doesn't matter that he's clipping the edge, does it?
it does, yeah. You just go around it, but it has to be in a straight line. That's fine. So this is quite scary.
Get him facing the right direction. There we go.
Okay, so you've taken that off the board. That's
Yeah.
gone, that's gone, that's gone. You've also got manoeuvres you can do, and you could do a manoeuvre with your berserkers. Your warlord could actually do 2 things if he wants. He's got a thing called determination.
Yep.
So not only can he order a unit to go move, which you did there with the levy, you can actually activate himself as well.
Okay.
So you can move him. You can actually move him twice if you wanted to. You probably don't want to. With the ability called We Obey, the warlord has to be within S of the unit that gets the free move. Now they will be right next to him, or he can move up to them, then use it.
Give him a kick. Yeah.
Yeah, give him a kick. I like that. So you probably want to move your berserkers up.
Yeah.
Probably tuck them behind here or behind here, and you probably want to move your warlord up.
Probably into that here, so he's sort of in the middle then.
So he's within S. If you put him there, he's within S, S, and S.
And he can always move it, scoot back around
If he
there.
needs to, yeah. That would be the best place for him, I think. There we go. So that's the end of your first turn.
Yeah.
I've got 1 dice on my board. I've got 7 units as well, haven't I, believe, Wayne?
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll. I can leave my 1 dice on my board, which I'm going to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll my 7 dice, and I've rolled 4 commons, 2 uncommons, and 1 rare. Let me have a think. Okay, so it's my first turn, and the gauntlet has been thrown down on me. Before I do that, I'm going to use volleyed fire, which gives me double range.
Yep.
It's a shooting activation, so I can actually shoot from there all the way back here if I wanted.
Pretty much anything in this main body.
Yeah, but I'm going to shoot at your levy
Okay.
because they shot at me. So
And can you target a character freely in this game? If he's in range, you can be shot at.
yes,
Yep.
oh yes, that's why you protect your warlords and your berserkers. So you've got an armour of 3. I've got 6 dice.
Yeah.
I'm still going to do it anyway. I'm going to do wounded, which if I inflict 1 casualty on you, you get a second fatigue.
Yeah. How many fatigues is it before I'm exhausted?
3. Good shout. 3. It's really important that.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn, and you could use Odin. I assume you want to use
So
Odin.
save that for the crossbow guys, or
Well, if you look at my board,
Yeah.
this is the key thing.
yeah.
I'm going to struggle to activate them to shoot.
Okay.
Well, bear in mind they've got a range of L. I'm probably haven't got any in range at all. So with my warlord, I could probably activate them to move, but then I can't get them to shoot.
Okay. Yeah.
So the threat is not with them this turn.
So yeah, I will use Odin then.
So you're going to use Odin. So my guys become instantly exhausted. So I put 3 fatigues against them,
Yeah.
like that. I now go. I'm going to spend 1 dice, which is going to give me an additional shooting dice, like that.
Yeah.
Now you go, and you could use your combat bonus if you wanted to, or what you've got to think of, and this is the point of Saga, is you need to look at the board and see what I'm going to do. Now you can see I've got a warrior activation there. You can see over there we've got a little bit of a standoff going to happen here.
Yeah.
And you can see that I've got dice on there to charge. So do you spend your 2 combat bonus to give you defense dice, or do you save it for over there? That's the decision, and that's how you read the board.
Okay.
You might want to hold on to that.
I think so.
But what you can do is you can spend these fatigue and you can use them to increase your armour. So one of those will increase your armour to a 4, and then another one to 5, another one to 6. Or you can leave them on there, and whenever I shoot in the future, you've got that one up. I'm exhausted, so I've got to rest them first.
Yeah.
And secondly, when I do shoot, you do have the option to pimp your armour.
Okay.
You probably want to leave them on there.
And then they completely don't shoot next turn that way.
Well, if they shoot, they're going to be shooting. Ultimately, your levy are there to take the hits.
Yeah.
They're your peasants.
They're my
Chuck them out the front,
Yep.
and that's what they're doing.
Yep.
So you're probably fine.
And then I'll start using those fatigue dice if you start hitting the things I care about.
Also, if you look at my board, I've got another levy activation.
Yep.
Because they're exhausted, I can't spend it.
Yeah. So I'm forced
Whereas
to
if you
waste
spend
that
one,
dice.
I'm going to shoot them again.
Yep. That
So-
makes sense. Yep.
So you've actually made me make an error. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You're reading the dice.
Yep.
So you pass, I pass, I need 3s.
As when we both pass, we move on then.
Would you credit it?
Would you I'm slightly embarrassed by the fact that I've hit you with every single dice.
Yeah.
Now you've got to roll 7 dice. 7 dice.
Better get used to it.
It's just business
And then
as
I'm
usual.
in for 4, 5, and 6.
Correct. You're saving the 4, 5, and 6s. So only 2 died.
2 die. And I
That's
just pick them
decent, right? You decide where they come off the unit. That's a pretty good exchange for you.
Did you say you took an extra fatigue?
Yes. Oh, well, you take an extra fatigue. Thank you, Wayne, for wounded. So you get a second fatigue.
off. Okay. If
Okay.
I activate them once next turn, I'm okay. If I activate them twice, I'll take that 3rd fatigue and become exhausted then.
Exactly.
Your warlord could rest them in order to activate them to rest, which would get rid of 1 fatigue.
Yeah, but then that would be his activation for the...
That would be his free activation.
Yeah, and any more would come from...
Right. Okay. Over to the main action. which is over here, I'm going to activate my warriors to charge you there. You might have an activation reaction on there, but you haven't, but some boards do, so we have a straight fight. This is going to be ugly, I sense.
Oh, I can use that. That's a reaction.
You'll come to that in a minute.
Yeah. So these are when it's my turn to hit back. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, melee similar.
my guys have got an armour of 4. Can you pass me the dice, please, Wayne? Your guys have got an armour of 5 because you're half and guard. Mm-hmm. So your guys are tougher. I get 1 dice here, so I've got 8. That's not bad.
You get 2 dice per
What?
figure, so you get 8.
I can also.
You've got 4 half and guard.
Yep.
Each one generates 2 dice.
Yep.
So you get 8 dice. Pop them in there.
Yep.
Right. Because you're foot, and because you don't have any ranged weapons or javelins or anything tricksy, you have the option to close ranks. When you close ranks, you lose half your dice, so you lose 4, but your saving roll, which we'll come on to, is improved.
Okay.
So you can. It's almost like the Romans would do a thing called testudo, I think it's called.
Like shield wall.
Yeah, shield wall, exactly right. Yeah. So you can do that.
Normally you get a save on a 5 or 6
Yeah.
melee. If you close ranks, you save on a 5 or 6. But you'll get less attack dice.
You will lose attack dice.
But I can
But you may
boost my
think,
attack dice here, can't I?
can, yeah.
If I do that and then boost my attack dice here,
Exactly.
I'm almost on level pegging, and I'll get the defensive one.
Yeah, you also have an additional problem because this is your attack pool, and if you lose 4 off that,
Yeah.
you can only have double your attack pool. So the maximum dice you can have 8, whereas here you can have up to 16. So you probably want to stay as you
I'm
are.
going to stay as I am.
So you're
going to
gonna
an extra 5 dice.
I'm going to use an ability called Charge, which says gain 2 attack dice. Your unit may gain an additional 3 attack dice, but will suffer an extra fatigue as you end the melee if you do. Well, I'm going to do that because I'm in trouble. So I've got 2 attack dice, plus 3 is 5. So now it's your turn.
Okay.
And you can use Heimdall or Thor. You probably want to use Thor first.
Yep, I'll use that first.
And Thor says he inflicts an automatic hit by each 6 or more. So if you roll a 6, you actually hit with double.
Yep, so we'll just sort that one out when we roll, I guess. Yep.
And I'm going to pass,
Okay.
but you've still got Heimdall. Now, it reduces your armor by 1 down to 4 to gain 5 dice. But you've got to think, I've now got 8, 10, 13 dice.
So can I also use that combat bonus?
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a better one. You might want to think about whether you use that as defense dice rather than attack. Because what you want to think about with Heimdall, if you drop your armour, you're affecting not only your dice but my dice as well.
Yeah.
And I've got more dice than you, so my dice are in the precedence. So you might want to hold on to Heimdall, but combat bonus is definitely a good one when you use it.
So I'm going to take the 2 extra defensive dice, I think.
Yep.
Sounds a good shout.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 defensive dice. I pass. I do have a dice on combat bonus, but I might need that later. So I roll. So I need 5s. This is where Wayne's going to... I can't do it again. Can I?
You need 5 because my defense is 5.
Your armour is 5. So I need 5s. Oh dear, my dice have deserted me, Wayne.
Still a healthy number there.
Not that healthy. So, we'll just do yours very quickly. So you've got 4 to save,
Yep.
plus you've got 2 defence dice, you've got 6. So you've just roll my dice. So you've got 4 to save, on 5s and 6s.
Lovely.
Ooh, look at
I've saved all
that!
4 then, haven't I?
Saved all 4.
Yes, you saved all 4. That was remarkably good.
Good. We like to hear.
Right.
And now the payback. So now you hit me on 4s.
Relax, swinging time.
6 is an additional extra hits, aren't they?
Oh, he remembers the rules. Excellent. I love a man who remembers all the idiosyncrasies of the game.
Those two.
So those two missed.
Those two are counteracted by the 6s, though, aren't they?
No.
No?
So you take the one. So you're hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
It's 4 plus. So 1, 2, and 3's come out.
Yeah.
So you've hit 3, 5, but you've got 2 6s. So you hit me 7 times.
Yeah.
Shit.
Bring him down!
Oh no! 5s and 6s. So I've saved 3. So I've lost 4. Back rank, please, Wayne. Right. Okay. So, when you either draw, if you attack and you draw, you withdraw. If you lose, you withdraw. So I lost heavily. You have to withdraw S directly away from the enemy. So you did rather well there. Also, after a melee, you're fatigued, and both units take a fatigue each.
Yep, that seems reasonable.
An extra one for you.
Yeah, 1 each.
And an extra one for you.
And an extra. Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Why is
Small
that?
print.
Because you lost.
No, because he played an ability which gave him extra dice.
Charge.
At the
Thank you
cost
for
of-
reminding me, Wayne.
the cost of
I'm glad
extra
you're here.
fatigue.
So not only that, it's got even worse. Because I needed to kill at least one of your figures to not do that.
Right.
No, I didn't. I just needed to. Because I took an extra 3 dice. I was always on 2 fatigue. It's not looking great over there now. Right.
Had you removed another one, this unit wouldn't generate a Saga dice because it's below its
You needed 1 more.
strength. But you'll get them next turn.
You will get them next turn. However,
Generate a Saga dice for me. Awful. Right.
my warlord, who is within S of my crossbow, there, is going to send them scuttling into the wood, like that. There. Can you do that for me? Thank you. My warlord's got his own determination, and he'll just stay there. And I'm done. So it's your second turn.
Okay.
You need to roll 7 dice.
Do I leave that one there or do I clear it off?
It's up to you.
If you leave it on there,
Yeah.
if you remember, when you rolled a rare last time, you generate another dice with the activation ball in the top right corner.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you don't roll one, you won't get the opportunity. So it's whether you think, do I hold out for a rare and get some, or just leave it on there and just roll all 7? You might want to just leave it there. It's not a bad ability to have.
So I roll 7, yeah?
Roll 7, put them in there, see what you get. Oh god. So you've rolled 2 common,
Yeah.
3 uncommon, 2 rares. Okay. Okay, so it's Matt's second turn. Dice are placed as you can see. So, Matt, what deviousness are you up to?
It doesn't especially matter what order I do things in, does it?
Not really.
So I use my Warlord's activation to remove a point of fatigue.
Yep, that's We Obey, which is good.
Yep. And then
You're going to shoot with them, or?
I'm going to shoot with them.
Okay, so who are you going to shoot against? Same target or different target? Doesn't have to be. Anybody in range. So they're probably out of range. The levy in range, or you could shoot at them if you wanted. Up to you.
Does it matter that he's out of range? Does it
Well, I would say he's in range. To be fair, looking at using my extra long stick, not one of Wayne's short sticks. The corner guy is in range,
Okay.
so they're in range.
I will, because they're exhausted, aren't they? So they need to rest up.
And you can only rest once.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if I take a shot at them,
Okay, so
hopefully knock a couple of them off and
I've got an armour of 4.
Yeah, I've got 4 dice, haven't I?
6 dice.
6 dice, yeah. Maths is a struggle at this time of day.
So you put them in there. Is there anything you wish to improve that with?
Not at the moment.
No, so you're passing. I'm going to use combat bonus, which can give me 1 defense dice.
Okay.
He has got fatigue as well.
Oh yes, he's got fatigue.
To spend it.
Yes, I will spend your fatigue
Yep.
to increase my armour to a 5.
That means I need 5 and 6 to
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're now fatigueless. So you've hit me just once.
Yep.
So I rolled 2 dice.
One for the hit and one for the one you gave yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I saved it.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's got rid of all that fatigue now. So next time you can get to town on them.
Oh! I guess you want to do the melee, don't you?
Do that now if you want.
Dice to rest them.
So yeah, use that dice to rest it.
So you're going to use one off Herdman to rest,
Yeah.
and I assume the second Herdman to charge.
Indeed.
So move them in.
Are you doing anything?
I'm just thinking out loud.
You running away?
I am actually, yeah. I'm going to activate. I'm going to use development, but I'm not going to use it on that unit. I'm going to use it on this unit, like that.
You sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
Okay.
So they still move up then, up to medium, isn't it?
So we have a melee.
We do.
Sorry. Okay, so we have a melee. So you've got an armour of 5. I've got an armour of 4. How many in my unit, Wayne? 4.
4.
You've got 8 dice. So, yeah, I'm going to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Push your attacker, you can't close ranks, so you defend.
Yep.
And also, because I'm mounted, I can't close ranks either. You now use your first ability. I've got 2 fatigues as well to spend as well, so
So I can use.
You might as well spend.
I'll spend. If I spend one of your fatigues, that's my ability, isn't it?
yes, it's your turn.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to do it multiple times, so
And that will dip your armour, won't it?
or increase yours.
Or increase mine.
Yeah, but I've only got 4 dice, but then I could be extremely lucky, as Wayne will tell you, I can be.
So I can increase mine to a 6, could I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My battle board has nothing
Okay.
to offer, so you now go.
Yeah. Spend. Yeah.
Spend the second fatigue to drop me down to a 3.
Yeah.
I still pass, so you can go again if you wanted. You could use Heimdall,
Take me back down to a 5. Put another.
or you could just sit as you are. You've got 8 dice needing 3s. You could use Heimdall another time, maybe in my face. It's up to you. I don't know, it's up to you. You can either go for the kill.
Well, chances are you're going to attack me, aren't they? So.
Well, you made a mistake here.
Yeah. If you pop this unit,
Yeah.
anybody within short will take fatigue.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Is that because they're stood?
I did ask you.
Yeah, you did ask me, Wayne. I know. Well, we'll see what happens. I might survive, you never
You
know.
might, well,
No.
you might survive.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that because I've reduced your armour and I might can save that for another melee, I think. 'Cause
Okay, so
likely to be
do you
another
want to roll your dice? Ready to come. Needing 3s.
dear.
How many?
It's only 4, isn't it?
Just the 4?
3.
3?
3.
I love this. So my plan wasn't so bad after all, Wayne.
No,
Here we go.
that's the tactician.
I need 5s and 6s.
Oh,
Woo!
damn it.
So I saved 2, lost 1.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
Could win this.
You can win this. 4 back.
How do you determine win? Most models lost.
4 needing 6s. I've rolled 1, so you've got 1 to save. 5s and 6s.
Absolutely not. So he's off.
I've won it.
Wayne, you were laughing at me. That's mildly amusing. So,
That's not too bad because he's lost to Saga dice.
so we both take a fatigue for the melee.
Yeah. So he's below half strength, so you lose the Saga dice, so next time you're only rolling 6, is that right?
Yeah. Obviously, what Wayne was alluding to was I've made these too close to the melee. I should have put them about a centimetre back
Yeah.
because I was expecting to be vaporised there. But because if they've been vaporised, if you lose friends within S in a melee and you wiped out, you get a fatigue.
Okay.
So they would have got one and they would have got one. But as it happened,
Wayne's dice betrayed me, and
Yeah.
Wayne's dice, I love the way you blamed it. Excellent. Excellent.
Right. Let's get the Viking machine
What else
moving.
have you got going?
so he's used his thing, hasn't he? So yeah.
So you've got 2 on warriors, 1 on levy. Oh, you shot your levy, didn't you?
Shot my levy, yeah.
So you've got 2 on warriors.
Yeah. So I'm going to use 1 on the warriors and activate this lot.
Yep.
Forward.
God. Okay.
Stuck into him.
We don't like it up and
And then that unit, same again.
you might be able to do a manoeuvre with your berserkers. Let's just see. So it's within those. No, you can't. Because you're within L, you can't. So your berserkers are landlocked.
A manoeuvre's like an optional.
No, they are there. But they are there. But it has to be the very first thing you do as well.
Right.
But not with that unit, not with the army.
Right, okay, I'm with you.
So it's my
Warlord has got this free move.
But only for himself.
Yeah, so you could put him about here and then he could, in theory, activate. Is it short or M?
short.
So make him within short.
He's just in short there.
That is in the optimum position.
Or he can get them to fire again, see, so that
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my second turn. I've got 1 dice on the board, which is my levy, which I never used from previously. I'll leave it on there. And I've rolled
spread.
a nice spread. Said the actress to the bishop. 4, sorry about that. 4 common, 2 uncommon, and 1 rare. I'll have a think. Okay, so it's my second turn, and I'm going to reap revenge mercilessly on Matt here, or maybe not. No, my dice. So do the easy ones first. I'm going to rest those, and I'm going to activate my levy to shoot at the nearest unit coming forward. Now, I've got 2 fatigues.
Yeah.
So you can either use them to increase your armour, or you can use those 2 there to cancel the activation. Or you could just let me shoot and leave them on there. So you've got a choice really. Do you want me to shoot? Or not? Bear in mind,
Yeah. You've got another activation. You've got
bear in
another.
mind I've got wounded,
Yeah.
which will put a fatigue on it if I hit at least 1. So I've got 1 ability. It's not massive.
Can you activate them again anyway?
My warlord is nearby, so I could activate them a second time. Yeah.
I'll let you shoot, I think, and then I can use that one of your fatigues to increase my armor, can't I?
You can?
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds like a plan. So, you've got an armour of... So this time I'm shooting against the warriors, an armour of 4. I've got 6 dice, so I've got 12 in the unit.
Yeah.
I'm going to use wounded, which if I inflict 1 casualty on you, you get a fatigue.
Yeah.
So now you can decide whether you want to use my fatigue Or indeed, you could use combat bonus. Am I trying to lure you to spend it rather than somewhere else? Which is quite possible, knowing it's going to come over
I'm
there.
going to save that for over there, and I'm going to use the fatigue to increase my defense there, if that's alright.
So you're going to spend 1
Yep.
to increase your armour to a 5. I'm going to pass. You can spend the second fatigue if you want, or you might want to leave it on there.
I'll leave it there, right?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. So I need 5s. This time my dice have deserted me. I've only hit you twice. So you've got 2 to save.
Yeah.
4, 5 or 6.
One pass, one fail.
So one's dead
One's dead, and I need a fatigue.
because of the ability I've just used on you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to use my Warlord's determination. I'm going to take him backwards a nudge, like that. Staying within, where's the S mark? Thank you. And I'm just going to take these backwards.
What?
Reverse.
French manoeuvre.
Oh yeah, well it's French, yes indeed. Right. Right, okay. On the far side, I'm going to move these. I'm going to activate the move, not to charge. It's really important that you know that there's a difference between charge and if I'm going to charge, I have to say, if it's a move, I cannot charge you.
Yeah.
You could slow them down if you wanted to, or you could just leave the fatigue on there. You probably want to leave it on there, to be honest.
Yeah, what would be the benefit of taking it off?
You'd slow me down to an S, but I'm going to get through the gap anyway, so you might as well leave it on there.
But if you slow him down,
Yeah.
you have a punch up here. There's a chance they could be within S if you put the unit.
Like an overrun and have another.
You could have another go.
Oh, yeah, I like it, I like
If
it.
you let him run away, he's just going to turtle there in the back.
You'll never see them again, and you never will.
So I would spend it.
It's like David Dickinson on that programme when he walks in from behind the curtain. I would spend it if I was you.
So what would
Daytime
happen
TV.
if I don't spend it? They'll just run off into the sunset.
They're going to end up here in this corner.
So why would that be a bad thing? So if I never see them again, why does it matter?
You can't kill them.
Okay.
If they're here, you can smash them.
And they're a weak unit, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's try it. See what
Fatigue
happens.
off.
What's the worst that could happen?
Like
Just
that.
blame Wayne if it all goes wrong.
I would. I'm going to activate my half a guard to charge. Unsurprisingly. In they go.
And are your half and guard the same as mine, other than the fact yours are on horses, stats wise?
In melee, they've both got an armour of 5.
Yeah.
With shooting, my armour is lower, it's 4, whereas your armour is 5 for shooting. So being on a horse makes you slightly easier to hit.
That makes a lot of sense. You're a slightly bigger target.
Yeah. So we've got a melee. So you've got an armour of 5.
Yep.
You've got 3 in your unit, so you generate 6 dice. I've got an armour of 5. I've got 4 in my unit, so I generate 8 dice. You go first, so you could close ranks if you wanted to, and you could improve your saving roll, but you're going to lose 3 of your attack dice.
I'm gonna.
Or you could
There
go.
I am. I'm gonna use Frick to give myself 3.
Well, in a moment. So you pass, so I go first because I'm the attacker.
Right, yeah. Oh, I pass on closing ranks, and then it's, yeah.
So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend your fatigue
Yeah.
to increase my armour to a 6.
Okay.
Now you use Frigg.
3 more, is there?
Now can you see what was important there?
Yeah.
Because I knew you wanted to use it for fatigue, so it was important that I've got a number of things I can do in the attack
Yeah,
phase.
yeah.
I had to do it before you did. So it limited, so it gave you more attack dice instead of removing the fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use charge, which gives me 2 attack dice. And I'm going to go for it again. And give me an extra 3 additional attack dice, but I get an extra fatigue at the end of the melee.
And I'm going to use combat bonus to give myself 2 more defensive dice.
Okay. So you need 2 more dice. I'll just put it out here to remind me. I'm going to pass because I have nothing else. But you've got Heimdall. You've just got to decide whether you want to drop your armour or you want to live.
I'm going to attempt to live, I think. Am I?
You need a
I need 6s anyway.
Try and live if I were you.
Yeah. There's only 1 more hit each statistically, so I'll leave it be.
So I need 5s then.
Yep.
There's a few there. So I've rolled 5 hits.
Yeah.
So you've got 5 plus 2. So you've got 2 defence dice. So you roll 7 dice for 5.
What am I aiming for?
What's 5s and 6s?
None.
I hate to say that, but that's
Pretty rubbish, isn't it?
that's a 6. You've got 1 save,
Not enough, is it?
but it's really not enough. So you die. Now, do you
Still hit you back then, bud?
sadly you do, yeah. So you'll hit me on 6s.
There's nobody within, sure.
So, unfortunately, they're gone. Now I take a fatigue, plus an additional fatigue for the melee. That was extremely unlucky, or lucky from my behalf, I think. Did I use that warrior activation? Did I use it? And I've got one final warrior activation, which is going to be the crossbow into that unit of there. Okay?
Okay.
So I've got your armour is 4, but with crossbow it affects my dice roll by 1.
Okay.
So I actually get effectively drops your armour by 1, but it's a complicated way of explaining to it, but don't worry about it. So I hit you 1 easier, basically. I've got 4, so I'm hitting you on 4, probably 3s. I've got nothing to pimp it with. You've got nothing to do yours, so it's just 4's needed. So I hit you 4 times.
Why have you only rolled 4, not 8?
Because they're warriors and you only get 1 per 2.
Right, okay.
So you've got 4 to save.
Yep.
Can you see that? Because it was a 3, so
Yep.
it becomes a hit. So you've got 4 to save. Wow. So that's good rolling. So you lost just 1 figure there. Well, that was pretty decent from your point of view. Okay, that's me done. So now it's your turn. So now you have a quick total up. You've lost 1 unit, so now you only roll 6 Saga dice.
Okay.
So if you want to roll them in there, see what you got. That's not great rolling, to be fair. So you rolled 3 common, 3 uncommon.
Okay.
Have a think. Okay, so it's Matt's third turn. Dice are placed as you can see. Matt, what are you going to do today, Matt? What deviousness have you got lined up?
I'm going to activate my levy. Take off.
Who's it going to be? These are not all in range now,
It'll be your levy again, I think.
so you're going to shoot at my levy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got an armour of 3.
Come on, Matt, tell me kill some of these.
Right, okay. Now, you're going to shoot. I'm going to use, might as well do it now, envelopment. And I'm going to activate a mounted unit.
Yep.
And the mounted unit I'm going to activate are my Halfen Guard.
Yep.
Do you wish to spend the 2 fatigues to cancel it? Do you wish to spend 1 to slow them down to an S? Or are you going to let me move with abandon?
Not the last one.
Well, where's he going to go? What's he going to do? You want him to come closer to you.
I guess so, yeah. Do you have to move one long, or can you move two?
I can MM. I'm not charging. It doesn't actually say it's a movement, not a charge. So I have to do a movement only.
They're not doing anything that's out there, are they? So, yeah, you might as well come to me.
No, I go where I want.
Oh, good, yeah, true. You go that way, I guess.
I will, yeah. I'm going to retire to there. Okay, now shoot. So you've got 6. I've got an armour of 3. You've got no fatigue. I've got nothing to pimp it with, so it's just straight roll. 3's needed. Ooh, 5.
Isn't it?
It's at 5. Wow. 5 to save on a 4, 5 or 6. Saved 2, lost 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh. Fresh meat, Wayne.
Well, I just say, just
Fresh
curious, Greg, just saying if we could,
Could you?
we could jump on those.
That would be nasty, wouldn't it? My weakened Halfengard.
Yeah, we could get them. It's a possibility with their 2 fatigue.
Have I made another mistake? Will I be lucky again? What are you going to do then, Matt? Is it going to be the crossbow? So you've got 2 on your warriors, so clearly you're going to do something with them. What are you going to do? Is it going to be the squishy crossbow in the wood, or is it going to be my Halfengard that are weakened back in the second ranks?
So for Matt's purposes, these are armour 3.
Armour 3,
These are armour
5.
5, but you can take them down to 3.
Yes, you can take them down to armour 3, yes.
He's got nothing on his board.
And you've got loads.
And they're going to be the punches when they come back at me on them. If they came back this way, they're going to punch more than them shooting, aren't they? Those charging will hurt more than them shooting.
Possibly, yeah. These will be getting, is it 4 attacks? 1 every 2?
What, for melee or
Yeah.
shooting?
For melee.
No, but they get 1 each.
Still get 1 each.
Yeah, they're warriors.
So they've both got 8 dice coming back at you.
Yeah.
Neither can close rounds.
No. Trade-off. The thing I would say, and I'm not trying to talk you into attacking my Halfengard, but if you kill my Halfengard, they're easier to kill because they're only 4 rather than 8.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, you're still only going to roll 7 dice plus whatever you pimp it with.
And still, I need to get 4 through to off them.
You need to affect my warriors in the woods. You need to kill 5 for me to lose the Saga dice. Whereas killing the Halfengard might be.
So they'd get another fatigue anyway, but they're a bit out of the game.
It's unlikely that you'll kill them all, but even if you kill 2,
They've become a bit of a dud unit.
Yeah. Would you lose a dice as well?
No. One figure of Halfengard generates a dice, whereas warriors, when you go below 4,
Right.
you lose a dice. With Levy, it's below 6.
Okay. Okay. I'll activate the unit of warriors.
what you
This unit.
what you could do is use the warlord to activate them first.
Yeah.
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 Then use a dice. Yeah. If you beat them, you've then got another dice. You can come back into the crossbows.
Yeah.
In theory,
Yeah. Try that. They'll be a bit tired at the end, wouldn't they?
they would be,
But that's what Vikings do.
but he might not have any left. But if you do use a warlord to move them,
Yeah.
then and it goes badly here, obviously the crossbows have then got a shot on these guys. and you've got nothing to move these guys with. You've got a dice in here to move these across to shield them, but you've got nothing to save them.
Or I could use a...
No, because you've used one already.
Used that already.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it such a good game, because there's lots of tactical decisions, aren't there?
Yeah.
Options, where are best.
Have I made a mistake, or have I just lured you forward? I think I do know the answer to that. I think I know what the answer to that is. Oh, bollocks. Fucking hell, bro. What did you do that for? Why do you not think sometimes?
Let's see what happens then. One with a warlord.
Yeah.
And then...
Charge.
Then a dice to go in, yeah?
Yeah.
What are you going in on?
Go on the cavalry.
Cool.
The half and guard.
Half and guard, yeah.
Oh, Graham. What a Nelly. Interesting.
It's a good opportunity to
It's too good an opportunity.
take them.
Right. Where can I put this? I'll hold that. So, armour of 5 for the half and guard.
Yeah.
Armour of 4. You got a fatigue for a second activation.
I do.
Nearly forgot. It's my trick to do it to myself normally. I've got an armour of 4. How many in my unit? 4. So I still get 8 dice at the moment. You've got in your unit 7, so you get 7 dice. I can't close ranks, so you go first. What do you want to do? Bear in mind I've got fatigue as well.
I can keep going every time you pass, can't I?
Yeah, it's only when it goes past does the melee actually happen.
So I'll use Loki first.
Now, think about this. You've got 1 fatigue on your board.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend that to increase my armour. I have to, because you're going to load the gunnels out of that. So you've got freak there, and you can stop me doing that by spending that and by removing your fatigue. It's up to you. You're going to get Loki whenever, but you need to do it in the right order, and the right order would be to do freak if you wish to do it first.
But Loki gives him no benefit.
No, Loki's only when you spend in that point.
Yes, true, yeah.
So the only way I can use Loki this turn is when you spend my fatigue.
Okay. Well, in that case, then that's fine. So you've got Loki, and Loki, if I spend your fatigue or use any of Saga abilities, and I have no Saga abilities, so I'm going to spend your fatigue to increase my armour to a 6, but you get two more dice.
Yeah.
Done that round the wrong way. You now go again.
I'll spend your fatigue to drop your armour.
Down to a 5.
Yeah.
I pass because I have nothing.
Same again.
4. I pass because I've got nothing.
What else we got in there? Nothing.
Gain another 3, didn't I? Don't like the idea of dropping my armour to 3. I'll spend that, I get an extra 3 attack. Yeah,
What are you doing?
exploding 6s, so you dice.
4. So 6s is double hits. I still pass because I've still got nothing at all.
And
You got enough, or are you still going?
Well, it's even at the moment, is it? Just
It is even, yeah, I know, but
Eight-
mine are
eight.
worth double his, aren't they?
in for a penny.
Okay. I still pass. I'm still passing. I've got nothing.
That's me done.
Oh, and me too. Right, here we go. So I'll do mine first. I need 4s.
There it comes. All hits.
Wow.
Oh, just about.
Just the 6. 6 to save. It's not bad rolling. You want to roll
What do I need?
5s and 6s. shit. Good rolling, Matt.
Lost 3.
So I lose 3, that's the back rank gone, isn't it?
Well, you might want it to be the front.
But critically, Matt, you might want to leave them because
Yeah.
you need to leave them in S. Critical thing here is that you still got 4, so you're still generating a dice.
Yep.
So it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Now here comes the pain.
Come on!
Here comes the pain.
6s, Matt. 6 6s and finish him off.
Oh, don't give me. Oh, double. Oh, of course, exploding 6s.
Oh no!
Oh, man. Matt.
Good at all.
Wait, what's wrong with your dice?
This is Wayne's dice. I want to point this out. So you've hit 3 plus 1, so it's 5. Because it's 6 is a double hit. So it's 5 to save. Good lord.
Come on, go. 4 1s. Hey, bingo!
That all up.
They're all gone. So, friends within S. Going to put one on the Cav, please, Wayne.
Okay.
Can you just see if my crossbow? I'm not sure if they are or not. Can we use your short stick,
We'll
please?
let the crossbow off and let those guys on.
And off go the parking guard. Melee, fatigue.
Revenge for here, they're fallen brothers.
Oh, bloody hell. Me and my stupidity. Well, what are you going to do now, Matt?
Now I'm going to activate the warriors.
Which
Same
warriors?
unit,
The same ones?
unit.
Do you want to? I could, it's up to you. Well, we'll say, because this is a subsequent activation,
Yeah.
they're going to get a second fatigue. So they'll end up, when they go into melee, they'll have 2 fatigues. But they are killing crossbow.
They're killing crossbowmen. They're almost all gone anyway. I could weaken your.
I like the cut of your jib, Matt.
They're just.
You're thinking like a true Viking now.
They're not gonna survive very long stood in the open there, surrounded by your army. So they might as well do something useful while they're there.
Well, they could Go on then.
Yeah.
Send them in. Send them in.
Send them in.
Spend their fatigue on them if you want to slow them down.
No, I don't want to slow them down because you're within us, so I don't slow them down anyway. But they do get another fatigue, so you're on 2. Bloody hell. So, 6, 7, 8. You've got an armour of 4. How many in your unit?
4.
So, you've got an armour of, I've got an armour of 3, you've got an armour of 4, you've got 4, I've got 8.
Yep.
I can't close ranks because I've got a weapon, a ranged weapon. Is
Yep.
there anything extra you want to add to it?
That Loki. This is a separate melee now, isn't it? So that
It is, yeah.
won't carry
Loki's
over.
been and gone.
Right. You can spend your fatigues to drop my armour, can't you?
I can, or I can spend your fatigues to increase my armour, which is probably what I'm going to do. Have you got one on Heimdall still?
Yeah.
This is the moment to use it, I
Moment
think,
to use it,
because you're going to die,
Yeah.
but you want to take me down with you. So you're going to spend Heimdall.
I am.
So you reduce your armour by 1, so you're down to a 3. But you've just got yourself, is that 5?
5.
Oh, right, you can only have double your original state,
Right. Okay.
but it's still 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn. You've got 2 fatigues, and I'm going to spend both of those,
Yep.
because you've got nothing else to spend on. So I'm going to spend both of those, put my arm up to a 5.
Off God, crossbow.
Right, I'll do yours first. 3's needed. 4 hits, so you've got 4 to save.
Come on, you saved one of them.
Saving on
5s and 6s.
at least one.
1, so
I can't see that though.
it's a 6.
3 dead.
Oh, so 3 dead, I'm
3
full.
dead.
3 dead. But back on me, more critically, you needing 5s. 3. 3 to save on a 5. Come on, Tootsie. Saved 1, lost 2. So you actually lost the melee, and I lost a bowman.
2, isn't it?
Was it 2?
You saved 1 and lost 2, I think.
Save 1, lost 2, yeah. No, Yeah, it was. Yeah, save one. 1 6 and 2 4s. 2 fatigues, 1 each. 1 there. 1 there. It's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how many have I got? So I've got, that doesn't generate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. See, as the game goes on, you generate less and less Saga dice.
Yeah.
So you start off with loads, unless of course you're incredibly lucky like Tony was last week. He started off with 3 dice and ended up with 8, because he kept on using the activation pool.
Oh, he kept on rolling well and putting it in there.
Yeah, kept on rolling a rare. So I've rolled 2 rares, 2 uncommons and 1 common. Let me have a think.
When he needs it,
Come off the
pulls
die.
it out the bag.
Okay, so it's my 3rd turn. Dice are placed as you can see. Looks like I'm going to shoot it. So let's see what happens. Okay, first things first. Warrior activation. There's going to be these fellas here, and they're going to shoot against this Singleton guy. I did think about shooting against the Berserkers, but I just don't have. I might have 2 in range. It's just not worth it. Much as I'd love to shoot the Berserks, it's not worth it. So he's got an armour of 4. I've got 6 in the unit, so I get 3 dice. I have a fatigue. So you could spend my fatigue if you wanted to save their, increase their armour, or you could just leave it on there and maybe use it
on
where.
there because it might be more useful when you're shooting at something that is more
He can only
valuable.
shoot once a turn.
Sorry, I can't go shoot.
I could use it in a subsequent melee, couldn't I, potentially?
You could use it in the next phase, or
He's not really going to do much up there, is he? So
It's not, but Graham will get extra points if he.
if I can knock out a unit, I get an extra point. That's the only reason I'm doing it, really.
right. What would you do, Wayne?
Well, normally I'd spend the fatigue with 9 Graham's dice.
Little harsh, Wayne.
Go on then. Yeah, let's spend it.
So you're going to spend my fatigue
Yeah.
to increase your armour to a 5.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 dice, needing 5s,
3 hit.
1 hit, 1 to save.
Come on,
What do I need?
4 plus.
4, 5 or 6. That's the opposite, isn't it?
He's dead.
Scribbler.
Scribbler. That's me. I'm the Normans. Right.
It's close.
Close but no cigar. My warlord is going to shuffle up closer to it bit here. Then he's going to say to the levy, rest. Then I'm going to shoot the levy once at the weakened nearest unit
Yep.
there. And I've got 9. So it's 1 per 2, so I get 5 dice.
You round up, do you?
You always round up, except on closing ranks when you round down, which is a bit bizarre. So 9 gives me 5 dice. I have no. I've got nothing to save you. I've got no. I'm going to use wounded,
Yeah.
and if I do 1 casualty on you, you get fatigue.
I get the yep.
I'll do it all. And I'm going to spend both my rare and unrare, my rare and uncommon to give me 3 more dice.
Yep.
Okay, so they're all gone. So I need 4s. Take the 2s out, take the 3s out. So it's 5 to save.
Looking for 4s again, aren't I?
You are. Wow, just the 1. But 1 is enough. Fatigue. And I'm going to shoot the unit again, and I get fatigue after I've shot.
Yeah.
So I'll turn it up that way.
Is that the same target?
Same target,
You've used all your dice, it's just going to be the basic 5 coming at me then.
exactly. So I need 4s. 2. So 2 to save. Saved them both. Good saving. And that's me cooked. The only thing I might be able to do is a manoeuvre. which I nearly forgot about. And I'm going to manoeuvre these guys here.
Yeah.
Do you wish to slow them down, or? I'm limited where I can go anyway, to be honest.
No, because I might have a chance. If they're a bit nearer, I can have a chance at often.
So you're using Wayne's logic now, aren't you? I'll put them there. There we go. Right, it's your turn 4.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. Is that right?
So 5 in the. You've rolled 2 common, 3 uncommon.
Right.
Have a
Okay.
think.
Needed those rares.
Okay, so it's Matt's 4th turn. Dice are placed, as you can see. It looks like the Berserkers are going to have some fun. Okay, Matt, give me your worst, mate. What are you going to do?
Use my dice on rolls, please.
Okay, rolls first. So
Yeah.
that's your levy.
Yeah.
And they're going to shoot, are they?
Yeah. At your levy.
Of course. So you've got an armour of 3, and you've got 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
5 dice. You've got nothing to counteract it. You've got no fatigue, so it's just straight freeze. Oh, only 4 to save. 1 dies.
Yeah.
Okay, whittling me down. Back to the main meat of the turn. Avoiding what's coming.
I'll do that first, and I can decide what the best thing is after we know the outcome of that, can't I?
So, are you using your warlord or
Warlord, so activate.
we obey?
Yeah. On that unit.
Go on then. Okay. You're going to use one of your coordinates again, I suppose.
Yeah.
Off we go. And another herdman, is it?
And another herdman, yeah.
In they go. So they go in with the fatigue. So pop them on. So we have a melee. Both got an armour of 3. You've got 16. 16 dice. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 12. How many in my unit, Wayne?
6.
Just 6. So, 16 versus 6.
They'll get a melee.
I
They'll
can't-
get a fatigue after the fight, won't they? The second
Yes,
fatigue, yeah.
exactly right. I've got ranged weapons, so I can't close ranks. You're going to use Vic, I assume.
I am going to, yeah.
What are you going to do? Remove your fatigue, or
Remove my fatigue.
well, then that stops me from doing anything at all.
Yep.
So,
I've still got one activation. Yeah.
okay, so I'll go first. Needing freeze. Ooh, 5 hits. 5 to save.
What am I aiming for?
5s and 6s.
6. So I'll lose 2 then, would I?
You do lose 2. Coming back at me, needing freeze. Need bigger hands, Matt.
I know. Got little Trump hands.
So take all your 1s and 2s out. I'll just roll yours, shall I?
Yeah.
So I need 5s and 6s. There's a lot of saves there. I saved 2.
They all die.
Are they within S of that other unit as well?
I don't think so. I think you're right.
So you take a fatigue for the pleasure of it. And I've just lost my crossbow unit.
That also means you all now roll 4, won't it?
Correct.
2 berserkers with them though.
Well, the trade-off is better, isn't it? Point for point, that's double. 4 berserkers. How many did I kill? Did you kill 4?
6.
6. So it's a massacre point more for you.
Yeah.
In the scheme of things. but more importantly, I lost the dice and I lost my ranged ability with those guys. So you've got one activation with your warriors left, plus you've got determination with your warlord if you want to use him.
No, it's been you.
Oh,
Yes.
you've move himself.
Yeah.
Let's do.
All my threat is going. I've lost my crossbow, I've lost my cav, I'm down to spear.
I'll activate them. Threaten that because they'll be exhausted. Or I could use Root next turn to get them back up.
You can rest them, remember, as well. So
Yeah, I'll probably get up. And
you just need to get nearer.
get him in.
So I've got how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4. To roll. And I think that's your lot, isn't it?
That's my lot.
Put it there, so it's clear. 4 for me. I've rolled 2 common, 1 uncommon, 1 rare. I know.
Every time.
Okay, my 4th turn. Dice, you can see. I rolled my rare. I've got a common and an uncommon. Dice, you can see. I'm going to rest the levy for 1, and I'm going to shoot the levy. Who am I going to shoot at?
Rush target, incoming.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to shoot at.
Although you could strip a dice here.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. I'm going to shoot at these guys here. So you've got an armour of 4. I've got 4 dice, because you need to kill a couple. I'm going to spend superiority, remove the fatigue from the enemy unit, and get 2 automatic hits.
Okay.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
I have no fatigue, I have nothing else, so it's a pass, so it's straight shooting, needing 4s. So I hit you twice, so you've got 2 to save.
But you've got your 2 hits.
Or I've got 2, so you've got 4 to save.
4 to save.
Yeah. 3 dead.
So they're no longer worth an activation for me, are they?
No.
Because they're below half.
Right. My warlord is going to say, where's my medium? My medium, please. Off you go to them. 1. And I'm going to charge you. 2. I have a fatigue.
One back.
So we've both got an armour of 4. I've got 8 dice. You've got how many in your unit? 3. You can close ranks if you so desire. Do you wish to close ranks, or
They're not worth a dice anymore.
the only problem is if I wipe you out, they'll take a fatigue and they'll take a fatigue. But
Oh, because they're within.
S. That's the only thing.
Okay, yeah, I'll close ranks then.
So you spend 2.
Yep.
So you've got 1 dice, but your saving roll becomes a 4, 5, or 6 rather than 5 or 6.
Yep.
I'm going to spend your fatigue to drop your armour down to a 3.
Yep.
Okay?
Spend his fatigue to bring it back up to a 4.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend
Yeah.
your fatigue to make you back up to a 4. Do you want to roll yours first then?
Won't take long, will it?
No. I don't know. One hit. Saved it.
Yep.
Oh. Right. 4's needed.
3.
3 to save.
Come on, Matt.
Come on, Matt. This is it.
Come on.
Save all 3 of them. Save 1. You saved 2 die.
No, 2 live.
No. Oh, because he closed ranks. Closed ranks. It was worth it. One comes off.
Teague's all right.
I didn't lose any, but you did. You lost 1, so you go backwards.
Get back a short.
Just directly away.
Yeah, directly away from the charge. That wasn't quite as effective as I was hoping.
That's,
My warlord's got a determination. I've got a warrior activation, which I'm going to rest these guys down here. And my warlord
What?
is going to go this way. Out of range of those nasty bowmen, just in case they do something silly. Right, Wayne. Matt.
Yep.
It's your 5th turn. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 dice.
Come on. Ragnarok, here we come. One.
So you got 1 common, 2 uncommons, and a rare.
I probably want to split that red, don't I?
Unless you've got anything.
This is when Tony did it to me last time. I just point that out, turn 5. Do you feel lucky?
She's at Ragnarok. Yeah, I'm going to split it.
Go on then. Oh, it's happening, isn't it? No, don't do this to me. So in the end, you've got 2 rare, 2 commons, and 4 uncommons.
Okay.
Have a think. Okay, so it's Matt's 5th turn, and yet again I seem to have erred. I was toying with the idea of sending my warlord in and around the back here. Wayne made the clucking noises of a chicken, and I decided to listen to him and left him where he was. I pushed him back, and of course I've forgotten that those bloody berserkers are in the bloody wood. So he's done a number on me, hasn't he? So anyway, what are you going to do, Matt?
I'm going to let my berserkers have a rest.
Have a sleep, yeah?
Yeah. And then they're going to spot your warlord trying to run away. And they're going to go and have a go at him.
We move S first.
Move S first, you're right.
Yep. Out they come. And a second one. In they go. And there's now I can do about it.
That will give them.
It does give them a fatigue.
Yep.
So, I have an armour of 5.
Yep.
You've got an armour of 3. I've got 8 dice. You've got
8 also, isn't it?
You've got 8 also. Sorry, 8 in there.
Yep.
You go first.
Okay, I'm going to use Brick to remove that fatigue
Of
first.
course you are.
Yep.
Well, I've got nothing on my board, so I
Okay.
pass.
And then I'm going to use Valhalla
To remove 1.
to remove both of them.
Oh, sorry, to use. Oh, yep, use both of them, yep.
So that's another 3 dice each.
6 dice, so they've all gone. The unit is vaporised, but he's still going for the warlord.
Yep. And then another one for the exploding 6s.
So he's using 4,
Yep.
which gives him exploding 6s. So this is not good. So I'm going to roll mine first.
Doesn't matter, they're dead. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, can I roll it anyway? Matt, well done. Go on then.
It's a Hail Mary.
5s.
True Viking.
Why did I want to roll that? Well spotted. Come on. 5s needed.
3 6s in there.
So you had,
Fives.
but you had exploded spots.
That's 6-6 then, isn't it?
6 hits. I've got 6 to save. You want to remove your. I need to get my special dice in now. So I've got 6.
Not enough. I was hoping for more.
I was hoping for more. There should have been more.
5, 6. Here we go.
Wings dodgy dice again.
So I save on a 5 or 6.
He's gone.
He's dead. Poof. You killed my warlord. Damn you. And broken friends. Shit.
They will,
Bloody chicken noises. You've cooked me, mate.
those berserkers will be shining in Valhalla tonight, won't they?
Oh, they will be dining. Well done.
And
That is about it, I think. Oh, you've got one more. You got one more, haven't you?
activate.
Oh, you're
He's
warlord.
gonna get those to activate
To shoot.
to shoot them.
Okay,
Is
so
he?
I'm
Yes.
armour of 4. You've got 5. I've got nothing to do against it. So 5's needing 4s. 4. 4 to save. 2 dead.
Yeah.
It's not quite a dice, but chipping away, yeah.
And then he can activate himself as well, can't he?
He will do, yeah.
So he's gonna just put himself up there.
Just going to run away, like I should have done in the last turn. So, I've got 2 dice. How the mighty is...
Double
Oh no,
flag.
3 dice, sorry.
Double flag. Here it comes.
Yeah, I need a bit of luck here. Oh, shit. 2 common, 1 uncommon. Right.
Levy's gonna be
My 5th turn, and this is kind of desperate. So, first things first, do the easy one. The levy are going to shoot at this group coming in. So I've got 4 dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, with an armour of 4. Matt's got nothing on his board. I've got nothing to pimp it with, so it's straightforward shooting. 2 hits, 2 to save, please. 1 dead.
on these warriors.
Yep. I'm going to rest with 1 warrior activation, and with the other one, I'm going to charge in there. So I've got an armour of 4. You've got an armour of 4. I've got 6 dice. You've got 2 dice. You can close ranks if you so desire. You kind of want to because it's massive points.
Yep.
So you're going to lose 1 dice, which is good return really. I'm going to spend that to drop you down to a 3. Do you want to roll your 1? Oh, damn it. And I lose 1. If you could remove 1, please, Wayne. 6 on you, needing 3s. 4. 4 to save.
1, isn't it?
4 to save. Yes, just the 1, yeah. So closing ranks done it for you again, didn't it?
Yep.
So you won. And he bounces.
So if you could move me back.
Did I kill 2, did I?
No, 1.
1. So I was 1v1 of...
A draw. You win a draw.
I win draws because I'm defending.
Yes, exactly. I have no warlord, so I've just lost determination and we obey. It's your turn. So you've got this is your last turn. You've got 1, 2, 3 Saga dice,
Ragnarok. Okay.
1 rare and 2 beaters. Do you want to think? Okay, so it's Matt's. Okay, so it's Matt's final turn, turn 6. You did roll your activation pool again, so you increased your dice, didn't you?
Yeah, I did it twice.
You did it twice. So you're very fortunate. So you've got now 5 dice in your game where you started off with 3, 4, 5. Dice are placed as you can see. So Wayne, Matt, I'm getting tired. Tony, what's your name? Do your worst.
Okay. Is my Warlord's activation on the levy and have a shot at your warriors, please.
So you're going to shoot from here to here.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got an armour of 4. How many in your unit? 10.
10, so I get 5 dice.
5 dice. I've nothing to stop you. You've got 1 on combat bonus. Do you wish to use it or not bother?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so pause needed. Just the 4. Save 3, lost 1. So, yeah, that's the one I'd like. Thank you, Wayne.
No, that was the Warlord.
That was your Warlord. Okay. Are they going to shoot again?
They are.
Same target.
I realise now I probably should have used the levy activation.
So why have you put a fatigue on them?
Do they not get? Oh, it's the second action.
It's the second one, they get it now, so...
And with hindsight, I should have saved that so that he could have moved there and done the activation.
I don't think it really matters anyway. So you're going to shoot again.
Yep.
Pause needed. Just the 3 this time.
Yep.
How disappointing. Saved them.
Okay.
And you get fatigue as well now.
Yep. Now we can get the fatigue.
Now you get the fatigue.
And then activation again.
This time I'm going to use your fatigue.
Yep.
To increase my armour to a 5. So you get a fatigue, so I take it, but you're going to get one back at the end.
Yep, sure. So 1, 2, you up to a 5.
Yeah, 1. Saved it. So, fatigue is now up. So I've still got 4 in the unit.
Yep.
You've got 2 on your levy left. 2 on your warriors activations left. They're in range. Once in they go in. So we have a melee. Both on armour of 4. How many in my unit, Wayne? 4, isn't it?
4. Closing ranks.
You've got how many in your unit?
7.
Just the 7. See, normally I would close ranks, but I kind of feel I need to be lucky now. I need to run with the luck. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to go for it, and I need you to roll really badly, Matt.
Okay.
Can you do that for me?
No.
Right. Okay. So
Spend his fatigue.
I have a fatigue. Yes. Do you want to spend it?
Oh yeah, I will.
Drop me down to a 3. Affects most dice, I suppose.
Yep.
Let me talk. Okay. I have nothing. You've still got your combat bonus, which you can use.
Might as well, right?
Another dice.
Yep.
Pop it in then. Right. I pass again. You've got nothing.
Nope.
So I'll go first. Needing 4s. 3. That's not bad. I'll take that. 2 die.
2 die.
That's it. And you need
Yeah, close.
3s. 3s.
Natural.
Not great.
No, I don't know. It's not that bad. 4.
4. So mate, you play Jack next week, can't you? Possibly. He never got back to me. He will do. He will do. I've mentioned. I told him he's.
I lost 3.
Right. Okay.
So 3 off me.
I told him I would give. I told him you are. So I thought give him your email.
This goes away.
No, you wouldn't have.
Did I?
Yeah.
Because you did Matt lead. How many did Matt lead?
Okay. Yeah. I'm telling you, he's Jack.
I thought it was 2.
Oh, okay.
So
That's all right. Yeah.
like that.
Right, see you later.
Cheers, Tony.
Cheers. See you, Tone. So you won that because I lost 3 and you lost 2. Is it my final turn? Oh, you got one more. Sorry.
Finish him off.
Got to finish them off, I think. Yep.
In they go then. For the massacre points. So you get another fatigue. Both on 4. I've got 1 dice, haven't I?
Yeah. Closing rank.
Yeah, I am. I'm closing my rank. Closing my single rank. Yeah, I'm closing my rank. I think I still get 1 on 1. I think I still get 1. I don't think I do actually. I think I don't think I do. It's rounded down, so I don't. Oh, okay, so I've got fatigue. You've got 2. What do you want to do? Spend those?
Spend it to lower your armour.
I'm going to spend it to one of yours to make it up to a 4.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spend another one to make it to a 5.
Okay, so I need a couple of 5s and 6s here then.
You do, and I need you to not roll any 5s and 6s. Oh, just the 1.
Oh, it's nothing.
Dead.
Nothing within us.
Final turn for me, and I've got 2 dice. Doesn't look good. I roll a common and an uncommon. Let me think. Okay, last turn of the game. I've got no warlord. I've got nothing. Just 2 dice. So all I can do is fire my levy into this. Do you know what? I do wonder.
To the singleton.
Singleton we bet because I'll get the massacre points.
But if you knock this down to less than 4, does that make a difference?
Yes, because there might be a thing where I can't remember where if you don't generate a Saga dice, I might get a point. I'm going to go.
I think you go here, don't you? More kills.
Yeah, more kills and the Saga dice as well. So I'm going to go there. So I've got 4 armor of 4, 4 dice. I'm going to use superiority, remove the fatigue from the enemy unit to give 2 automatic hits. So I need 4s. 2 hits plus 2 is 4. So you get 4 to save. Save 2, lose 2. And that is the end of the game. So we'll have a quick total up and we'll let you know what happened. Okay, so it was a bit closer than I thought. I scored 22 points, but Matt scored 25. Now, Wayne has read the small print, as you'd expect a rules lawyer to do, and apparently Matt needed 3 or more points for the victory. So, you've just won by the narrowest margin, but you did win, so congratulations, Matt.
Thank you.
What did you think of the game? First game of Saga, so what did you think?
Really enjoyed it. I mean, the mechanics are very different to what I played before, but I think by the end I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah, you
so.
were. It was good.
Not sure if I made the right decisions all the time, but at least I knew why I was making the decision, even if it didn't come off.
Oh, good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. I mean, I've played these boards before many times, and it always gives such a varied game. It really does. What do you think, Wayne? You've not seen these boards before, believe it or not. He's only ever played at Age of Crusades and Age of Hannibal.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a very enjoyable game. I thought Matt killing your warlord in true Viking style was the
Killing moment, yeah.
play of the game, and to kill your opponent's warlord on your first game is
Yeah, I'll give him that.
no mean feat. So yeah, no, it was good. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, good game.
Good game.
Okay, guys, thank you both for playing, and hopefully see you across the table soon.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And another great game of Saga. Really enjoyed that. I think Matt did as well, so hopefully we'll see him again. If you like what you saw, as always, subscribe, follow, share with like-minded, and see you all soon. Take care.